Series championship continues Saturday with Good Ranchers 250 on the 1 mile oval at Phoenix Raceway. The 65th time IndyCar has raced on the Desert Oval, and of course, the first since 2018. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox. And joining us today, fresh off his 10th place finish on the streets of St. Petersburg, the driver of the number 19 Alt Block chain Honda for Dale Coyne Racing. Please welcome rookie Dennis Hauger. Dennis, thanks for doing this, and let's get this out of the way. We need to apologize that we're running a little bit late on this, actually 15 minutes late, because you're in Phoenix already, and like so many people that don't live in Phoenix, but fly out to Phoenix, you're questioning what time zone you're in. So it's only 2 hours now. I believe it's 3 hours once the time change happens. And I mean, Europe, you don't have to worry about these time changes, right? It's the same time regardless.
Yeah, sorry guys, it was a bit confusing with the sponsor right now as well. So I lost a bit track of it with Ryan there, but no, it's all good. Excited to be here in Phoenix and get the race week starting already. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, you qualified third, finished the race 10th last Sunday. How would you describe your first NTT IndyCar Series race?
I think it was a good start for sure. Didn't really know what to expect going into the weekend. Testing is always testing. We had a few issues that we ran through in practice one, which was a bit frustrating, but we managed to kind of turn it around for practice two a bit. We got 13th place and felt like we were on the on the right path. And then we got into qualifying out on the soft tires, and the car was working really well. The balance was nice, and I could really find some confidence on the softer tires, which was only my second time on the alternate tires as well ever. So it was
Yeah.
a lot of new experiences this weekend. But to get the third place in qualifying was more than I could expect, to be honest. And just to get a top six for both cars was also really really good. It shows that we're both up there, and when things are working right, we can do something well. I think the race itself, for sure, could have done a few things better, and if a few things went in a better direction, we could have gone a bit more up. But I think those are things you kind of have to expect on your first race weekend. So I'll just take that as an experience and try to improve on it, and hopefully we can just build on that going into the rest of the season. But a good start. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, no, an excellent start. And now, of course, you head into your first oval in the NTT IndyCar Series this coming weekend, which I'm sure you get asked about. And let's open it up for questions with that. Bob Pockras, Fox Sports, you can lead us off. Hey, Bob.
Good afternoon, Dennis. I'm curious when Jameis Winston came over and gave you this big pep talk. Did you have any clue what was going on? Did you have any clue who he was? And like, what are you thinking when he's yelling all these things at you?
Uh, Preach. I mean, I didn't really know too much of what was going on. I knew who he was. He was an NFL player, but um, yeah, that was my first time for sure in that kind of motivational speech. But it got us going. I mean, we had a good race, and yeah, he got us pumped up for it. So it was pretty cool. It was a new experience, that's for sure.
Now looking ahead to Phoenix, I assume you didn't lift much, if at all, in the test when you're doing laps. In the Indy Next car, did you have any ovals where you weren't really lifting, or was that a new experience, or how much of a kind of a new experience is that for you?
I think obviously all the ovals are a bit different, and just going into an Indy car on an oval was again just quite different. A bit of a heavier car, more power, more downforce, just a bit of different way of pushing it. So for sure it was, yeah, slightly different, but I got up to speed pretty quickly. I feel like I got comfortable quickly, and we got to just work on the car, work on the things we needed to. We got through some race runs as well in the afternoon there, which was good. So I'm happy about the days we had. Um, And again, I don't really know where we're at going into the weekend. As I said, testing is testing, but I think I feel pretty comfortable going into it for qualifying, especially. I think I feel pretty good, as long as we just work in practice into qualifying on balance and stuff, and hopefully we can find something good. But it's about learning as well this weekend. It's a new type of racing again for the ovals for me as a rookie, and it's just about gaining experience, and hopefully we can do something good again for the team.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Zion Brown, Indianapolis Star. Hey, Zion. Zion, we may have lost your audio there. If you want to try again. All right. Looks like he's going to re-log in. So we'll get to Zion here momentarily. Let's go to Archie O'Reilly, Dive Bomb Motorsports. Hey, Arch.
Sorry, I've been having some technical issues as well. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yes, all good. Cool. First of all, Dennis, I guess looking particularly at qualifying on Saturday, what did you feel in the car? And I guess just take us through it for how it ended up becoming obviously so good for your first ever qualifying run in IndyCar.
Yeah, I mean we didn't really know what we were expecting going into that qualifying because we were looking okay in practice, but didn't really know what the soft tires would do to the balance. For sure, the track temp went up a bit for qualifying compared to the cold mornings. But yeah, when we went into the first run, I felt pretty good. Got a decent lap time in straight away. And I was like, okay, not bad. We're in the top 12. That was kind of my goal for the weekend, get in the top 12 in qualifying. And then we went out again and improved a little bit on the small things. I got a bit more confidence on the alternate tires, and we went a bit quicker, which got us into the top 6. Now we were super happy, super stoked about it, and then yeah, we managed to to get third, only 400s from pole, which is bittersweet when you're so close, but it was awesome to see the team happy, and just the work we've done kind of pays off. I've been preparing for so long into this weekend, and haven't been sleeping too well in the last few weeks, to be honest, because I've been just so keen on get going. But yeah, it was a nice feeling for sure, and nothing that I was expecting. But once I got in the car and had that feeling, and I saw a lap time at the first run, I was okay. We're quick here, so we can do something. But yeah, it's not always gonna be like that for sure. But it was nice to start the season off like that.
And then looking into the race, obviously still holding on for a top 10 finish. What are your kind of biggest reflections? What sort of things did you actually end up learning then on Sunday?
I think just being confident on in and out laps is a key point. That's what made Pelot so quick this race. Like he really maximized that stuff. I mean, also just the first lap, not being too cautious. Be more confident on that stuff with the cold tires, cold brakes, and still just push through a bit more. Is something I think I learned from that. Other than that, I mean, I think the pace itself was pretty good. We were looking pretty good. Fuel was not too bad. I was getting on better on hitting the fuel numbers as well throughout the race. So it was just about taking that experience with me as well. But definitely a few things I could have done different and better. But overall, I would say it was a good start to my IndyCar career. So there's obviously positive things to take from it, and a lot of things we can take with us moving forward, and that's awesome.
And then just quickly looking forward, obviously starting this well, does that kind of alter your expectations at all? Or I guess, does it feel like there's any now external pressure on you that is kind of ramped up, obviously starting so well? And how are you going to manage those expectations, knowing that a rookie season probably also will bring some lower moments?
I don't think about it too much. For sure, it's a confidence boost for me and the team to start off like that. But there's going to be good weekends and there's going to be bad weekends. But for sure, the goal is to keep the consistency going. Where we finished is kind of we want to be. We don't want to be worse than that. You know, we want to keep going, keep improving. Um, but at the end of the day, um, we'll see. You know, we get to Phoenix now, completely different track. We'll see how we get on, and we'll just try to maximize the results we can get at the time. That's all we can do, and that's what we'll try to achieve.
Good to see you, Dennis. Congratulations. Cheers, Dave.
Thanks, Archie.
Thank you.
Megan Smith, the girls who? Go ahead, Megan.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So you had quite a successful first weekend in IndyCar. What did that teach you about the step up from Indy Next into the IndyCar Championship?
I think the main thing for me is learning the tracks, learning how to go oval racing was a big thing. That I hope can help me a bit going into this weekend. But yeah, just learning the tracks, learning how the American teams work. It's a bit of a different environment, different setting. Some things are the same, some things are better, some things are a bit worse, and it's just about trying to, you know, take the good with the bad and just really trying to maximize my own stuff. So I felt like I did a really good job with that last year. Just kept working hard, kept trying to improve on the things I had to, and prepare as much as possible for every single race weekend. And it's going to be the same this year. Just keep that same hard work mentality and try to get results for the team. But yeah, there are some important things when you go in American racing, and that's the ovals. That's the big thing here, and I want to be good on those. So you know, my my last year was the first time going on ovals, and hopefully I can just keep progressing and keep improving this season on them.
And you've got an oval race this weekend in Phoenix, but it's not just a new track to you, it's new to most of the grid. In a way, does that level the playing field for you?
Hard to say. I mean, it's not new for everyone. I think Dixon was driving around here before I was born, probably, or at least when I was born. Uh, so there's a few guys that's been here a couple of times, but for sure, yeah, for majority of the grids, it's new, and I think maybe that levels it out. But yeah, at the end of the day, we have to nail the balance, and we have to try and maximize those things to be quick. That's it's as simple as that on ovals. But for me as well, hopefully we can have a good qualifying. That will make things a bit easier as it was last week, and go from there. But yeah, it's definitely going to be different with the pit stops. There's going to be more pit stops and many different factors that go into play on the ovals that I'm not used to from Indy Next. So we'll see how we get on and then take it from there.
Amazing. And finally, as a rookie, how important in this first year is it to balance having patience and getting used to the series with ambition and trying to do the best you can?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of having the same mindset as last year. I don't think too much about the rookie stuff. I just want to do the best job I can do, and just maximize the performance at the time. And if that's a P1, it's a P1. If it's a P10, it's a P10. But just working with the team and making sure we're on top of things is top priority. And then, yeah, as I said earlier, just trying to gain experience every race, trying to get better every race, and learn from the mistakes like last weekend. These small things that can make the big differences is important and crucial at some stages of the race. So yeah, just working on that and trying to improve.
Great. Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Harvey Briggs, Rides and Drives. You're up next, Harvey.
There we go. Hey, Dennis, thanks for taking the time. Obviously, Roman came on late as a teammate, wasn't announced till late. How have you two gotten along, and how have you managed to jumpstart the relationship in such a short period of time? And did he provide help for you going into St. Pete?
It's been really good. I mean, we had the 2 test days together, um, and to be honest, there was a bit uncertainty about who's on which car and stuff at times as well. So once we got all that settled, it was nice to just get everything properly started. But it's just one big team. We're all working really hard to get both cars up there, and I think we showed that we work hard to get that last week, and we managed to do it. But he's been really good. It's cool to hear about, like, hear and listen to him on the radio, like in Sebring when we had one-on-one car together on track, and just trying to hear what he does, what he says about feedback, how he talks about these small setup things. But yeah, at the end of the day, I obviously want to beat the guy, but we both want to fight each other to improve and make this step as a team. And I think we've done a really good job with that so far. So that's the goal, to maintain that and work together to get some good results for both cars.
Right. And you mentioned Sebring and testing. Given the testing, and you talked about it a little bit, there wasn't anything in the results from either Phoenix or Sebring that would point to the kind of success you had at St. Pete. How do you keep that momentum then going into St. Pete or into Phoenix and use it as motivation to get you to the front again?
Good question. Yeah, we didn't look super quick in Sebring, but Sebring is a different track than St. Pete. It's not the same. Setup wise, it's a bit different, and yeah, some guys that was quick there was quick in St. Pete as well, but some other guys was really struggling. So it didn't really give the clear picture of where we were at. But I think we knew we had a good car once we got it in the window, and I think the engineers as well knew that. But again, going to Phoenix now, it's a completely different car, completely different setup, and we'll see how we look. I don't think we look too bad in the test, to be honest. Race pace looked pretty decent, and I think when we put everything together, I think we can do something decent in qualifying. I don't know if we'll be in the top 3 again, but hopefully we can be up there in the top 12. That's the goal again. So I mean, we'll see. It's hard to predict in this series where you're gonna end up, but you just got to do the best you can, and then yeah, take it as it is.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Dennis, NRK, you might be familiar with them. Go ahead with Dennis Hauger.
Hi, hi Dennis. Har du det bra?
Alt bra her.
Okay. My question is, what did you learn from the pit stops last weekend?
Norwegian
English is okay.
or English? English?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was an experience. Obviously, first race with that many pit stops for me, with the fueling as well. I think could have probably been a bit better, but I think we did a decent job. I think we could have optimized a bit more the in and out laps and the timing of where we ended up once we got out on track. And I think we lost a bit of time on that, but yeah, I think those are just things that happen sometimes when you go racing, and sometimes you're lucky with it, sometimes you're unlucky, and I think with the two red stints, it kind of went into a bit more of a play thing with the strategy when people pitted really early, and that just made the undercut really strong there. So yeah, it's just one of those things that happen sometimes, and it was definitely a good experience for me to just build on that. But I think we did a pretty good job with it.
So, what was the secret behind success in qualifying?
I don't know. I mean, we had a pretty good car when we got on the soft tires, and I think that was a key point. We were struggling a little bit on the hard tires, but when we got on the soft, the car really came alive, and that just gave me so much confidence to push more and really work at the maximum level with when the peak was there. And I think as the session went on, we just got more and more comfortable. I got more and more confident in the car, and we just managed to get a bit more out of it every time we got on track, and that made the difference in the end of the day. The series is so tight, you know. There's under a second between the whole field, and those small things can really make the difference. And at the end of the day, we managed to get that done, which was nice to start the season with.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Let's try Sam from VQT TV. Sam, go ahead with Dennis. Oh, did we lose Sam?
Hi, everyone.
There we go.
Good afternoon, Dennis. Congratulations on your first IndyCar race. I just have one question. So, you come from Formula 2, which is a spec car racing series. From a driver's point of view, did this experience in a spec cars category makes your adaptation easier? And what are the main difference in how to extract performance between the cars and choose two categories?
I would say the two cars are quite different. I think I mean, since step 4, everyone's coming from a spec series, really. So I mean, that's the same for everyone. Not that different, but I think it's always been important to adapt. As you get up in the series, you get more or less and less track time, really. So it's super important to adapt quickly, and that's been something I've always been working really hard to achieve. And in Formula 2, with the driving style there, I was struggling to adapt to it. It didn't really suit me, and that made it a bit difficult to just feel natural in the car. But once I got over in Indy Next, it felt really natural, and I was just able to extract the most out of it every time I got on track. And it's been feeling pretty similar in IndyCar. It's definitely a heavier car like F2 compared to Indy Next. You know, the IndyCar is heavier than the Formula 2 car. It got more horsepower. Probably in a similar window on aero, but you know, the top speed is just a different beast, especially when you get on the ovals. So you got the hybrid system and the back as well, and you got so much more stuff you can do in the car that can really change the balance, change the way you drive through the race. So it's just such a different game when you get an IndyCar for me. A lot of more stuff to adapt to, but it's been feeling really natural, to be honest. And I think the team has got me up to speed pretty quickly, and that's made the difference going into this series. And it's only the first race, but I think having a start like that is always nice. And then I know there's going to be good weekends and bad weekends, but I think we are feeling pretty natural with it, and that's a good feeling that I felt in the next as well, which is nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ellie Roddy from the Fastest Sector. Ellie, go ahead. We've got about maybe 2 or 3 questions left before I know Dennis has to go. Go ahead.
With your first qualifying session as a rookie being an impressive one, as the highest rookie since 2018, what were your emotions at that time after stopping the car?
Probably a bit of relief, to be honest, because you've been preparing for so long for this moment, your whole life basically, but just so many weekends preparing, watching videos, data, and just running your mind through it all the time, and then to finally just get on track and do it and get the job done is a relief. And it's so nice for the team, you know, getting both cars in the top six, for them also in a long time. So there was just a lot of weight off our shoulders, I think, from that point. But yeah, other than that, just joy, super happy, and good way to start your IndyCar career. Yeah.
To finish P10 on your debut in IndyCar, what 3 words would you use to describe that experience?
Happy, surreal, and yeah, decent. I mean, I started P3, finished P10, so I want more. I always want more. But yeah, I have to be realistic about it as well. You know, there being P10 on my debut weekend with so many new things around, is not an easy task. So I have to be proud of what I've been able to achieve, and look forward to what you can improve.
This result would be considered as your strongest foundation for this season so far. How would you think to build going through this season so far?
I mean, as I said earlier, there's going to be good weekends and bad weekends. Sometimes you have the car in the window you want, and you get to another track where there's a different setup, different fundamental setup on the car that just might not work for that weekend. And you have to be open-minded about that as well. I think especially in IndyCar, you're going to have a bit of that. That's the way it is sometimes. But yeah, I think I'll just keep the mindset I had, as I said last year. I'll maximize the weekends as we go, and try to make the most of it. If it's a P1, it's a P1. If it's a P10, it's a P10, and that's all I can do really. But I just want to make sure I don't leave anything out there. That I've maximized what I can do as a driver personally for the team, and yeah, at the end of the day, I have to be happy about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ellie, thanks. We've got time for two more. Let's go Edmund Jenks, Motorsports Journal. Edmund,
Thank
thanks
you,
for joining us.
Dave, and thank you, Dave, and yeah, welcome to IndyCar, Dennis. It's been kind of exciting debut. In fact, probably the strongest debut since Robert Wickens joined the series back in 2018. And oddly enough, we were racing Phoenix at the same time. I know it's a bit of a distraction, but this is kind of a dual sport weekend, and the IndyCar goes first on Saturday. Or do you have any interest whatsoever since you're a driver and probably curious, catching up with any of the people and watching what's going on with NASCAR?
Yeah, definitely. I'm staying on Sunday to watch the race. It's going to be the first time I watched the NASCAR race live, so I think it's awesome that the two paired up together to make an awesome weekend for the fans, for the crowds. I think you got different types of racing in one source, just in terms of how we race and how the cars work. But at the end of the day, we all just want to, have some good sound, some good racing, and enjoy what we love. So I'm definitely gonna watch the race on Sunday and see how they get on. Hopefully, we'll give some good racing for the fans as well. But it's gonna be a fun weekend to watch for sure.
Also, reviewing your background and coming to IndyCar. You're champion twice. You were no less than 10th in a field of 22 drivers in Formula 2. And then you finish in your first race 10th. It's like you can't finish worse than 10th. Given your testing at Phoenix, how well do you think you might fare against everybody else?
As I said, it's really hard when you're testing, because you're trying different things. You don't know what the others are doing, and you're kind of just focused on your own stuff. So putting everything together for the race weekend, everyone's just figure stuff out during testing and putting it together for the race, and that's when you really find out what you've got. So as I said, I hope we can be there in a decent spot for qualifying. I think we can do something good there, and our race pace seemed pretty decent in testing, but it's going to be completely different when we are running the high line and everything. The racing as well is just so different when you're with the 25 other cars on track fighting for position. So it's something I'm just really open-minded with. I know there's a lot of new stuff again this weekend, but for me, again, it's just about trying to maximize what I have at the time, and at that point, that's all I can do.
It's kind of exciting to see you blend in with Dale Coyne and Roman Grosjean. Also, it's great to see him back in the wheel again. It's like we got two different kind of rookies coming back in to this to the field. How has he related to you on driving on ovals since he only became familiar with them when he came to IndyCar?
We haven't talked too much about it. I mean, we're all working together to try and be the quickest out there, but it's always good to hear what he has to say about balance. Our driving style is in a very similar window, which makes the feedback also very similar, which is very positive, I think, as a team. That makes it just easier to have both cars going one direction for what we want to do balance wise. So that's been really good, and hopefully he has some tips on the side for this weekend as well in terms of the racing. That's the main thing for me. Just get more experience with the racing side, being wheel to wheel with the others. I feel like qualifying, I'm in a pretty good spot. I feel confident there. So it's just about keep progressing and having him as
Freezing up.
Yep. Dennis, you're muted too, pal.
Well, thank you, Dave, and thank you, Dennis,
Okay,
and good. Yeah, thank you, Dave, and thank you, Dennis, and I look forward to seeing you going side by side this weekend. And yeah, good luck.
Thank you, Dennis. I think you're still muted. Maybe. Or your audio is disconnected, one of the two. And you're also freezing up a little bit. All right. Dennis, can you hear us?
Do you hear me now?
There you go. Good job. Hey, if you've got time for one more, Carolina's up next, and then maybe we'll take one, just your thoughts in Norwegian before we let you go. Carolina
Yes.
from Pit Lane Motor, go ahead.
Yep.
Thank you, Dave. Hi. What did you decide to leave the potential and Formula 2 opportunity to game and competitive in USA?
Yeah, obviously after doing the years I did in F2, not really getting the opportunity to test an F1 car or anything, even after winning F3. There's only so many years you want to do in that series before you kind of just are stuck. So for me, there wasn't any point doing more. I felt like I struggled a bit with the car as well. It didn't feel natural to me. It's a very specific way of driving that car compared to any of the other Formula series, in my opinion. So it didn't really make sense. I didn't really want to do it either. So it was just about trying to make the decision of what's best for me, what's best for my career going forward, and I was looking at what I want to do, what would suit me maybe, and Indy Next was feeling like a pretty clear choice at the time. Obviously, you have to go there and you have to get the results done. That's the most important thing. But it felt really nice. It felt really like just a refresh start. And I really enjoyed it. So I'm really happy about the choice I made. And yeah, that's kind of when the tipping point went over there.
Okay, so what part of your preparation do you think helped you the most to get here?
I think, as I said earlier, just having a hard work ethic mindset is been key point for me since coming over here. Being more prepared than anyone else when I get on track, knowing just a little bit more, having information. That's something I value high, and I try to do that before every race weekend. I want to be the most prepared. I want to know that before I get on track, I'm a step ahead of everyone else, and that's kind of my mindset. So I think that's been the key point for me coming over here.
Okay, so finally question is, what is the difference between with the IndyCar driving IndyCar with the NXT? Thank you.
Yeah, just IndyCar is a lot heavier. The Indian X car is very light, which was fun. It made that you can really wrestle the car. You can't do that in the same way in IndyCar, I would say, but you can still do it. But it's a bit heavier to do with the weight distribution there. You got a lot more aerodynamics. The aero is and the downforce is significantly higher. And just the power, downforce, and the horsepower, you got quite a lot more. So everything is bigger. There's more technology into it. You can do more changes while driving. There's more to think about. You got the pit stops, every fuel saving. I mean, it's just everything is different and bigger when you get up there. But you know, the driving technique, driving style is actually in a surprisingly similar window, which was a good feeling. So yeah, the basic stuff that you just have to worry about driving is in a similar window, but everything else is different. So it was definitely something to get used to. But yeah, it was nice to build from it once I got in the car.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Carolina.
Dave.
You got it. Before we go, Dennis, just maybe your thoughts in Norwegian for our Norwegian media about the start to the season and how much you're looking forward to Phoenix this coming weekend.
Ja, St. Pete var en veldig, veldig god helg. Over all forventning. Å klare å kvalifisere meg på en tredjeplass til mitt første løp var helt sykt. Og avslutte med en tiendeplass i løpet var også veldig innafor, føler jeg. Det er så mye nytt som settes inn for meg i forhold til pitstop, spare bensin, alle disse tingene. Så det er ting som må erfares, og ting må utforskes gjennom sesongen for å lære seg mer om det og bli mer erfaren med det. Men veldig fornøyd med det. Nå kommer vi inn mot Phoenix, som blir også en helt ny type bane for meg, en ovalbane, som jeg også må lære mer om med denne IndyCar-bilen. Så det kommer til å bli spennende. Det er vanligvis ganske intenst på IndyCar-løp med ovalbaner, så ja, jeg gleder meg til å se hvordan vi gjør det. Forhåpentligvis kan vi ha gode resultater, men det får tiden vise når vi kommer inn mot trening.
And this reminds me, I need to brush up on my Norwegian. So well done. I appreciate everybody's patience. We appreciate everyone's patience. Dennis, yours as well. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thanks, Dennis. A reminder for everyone else, video from this news conference along with transcripts will be available very shortly on the IndyCar content site. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your week. Appreciate you.